everyone, thanks so much for joining me. My name is Susan Timchak, and I am an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up, and I'd like to thank you for joining me. Today I'm continuing my A to Z technique series. We're going to do something really fun today. We're going to rock and roll, and no, it does not involve music. It is a rock and roll technique, another oldie technique that I remember from many years ago. So what you're going to do with this is you're going to, here's the card for it, and holding up close. Hopefully this video is not upside down. I don't know what happened to the one yesterday, but I think YouTube is changing some things around, and for some reason I couldn't flip it. So I hope this one isn't like that. But anywho, the rock and roll technique, you're going to choose two dye-based ink colors, one lighter than the other. Ink a solid stamp with the lighter color first, and then roll the edges of the stamp on the darker ink pad. Stamp on smooth or glossy cardstock. Okay, it's as easy as that. So here is the result, which is kind of difficult to tell, but I'm going to show you how to do it. And then at the end I'm going to show you, this is on Whisper White cardstock. I'm going to show you what it looks like on glossy cardstock, because I know some of you have glossy cardstock and you're wondering what to do with it. So, alright, this is going to be a real simple one. The stamp set I'm using, first one that came to mind was lemon zest. And it would be great to use the lemon, but today we're going to use the round one as an orange. So the colors I'm using today are Grapefruit Grove, Pumpkin Pie, and Call Me Clover, which Call Me Clover is just for the leaves and for the little saying, which is Live It With Zest, which is so appropriate. So anyhow, here's my stamp. Okay, so we have our stamp. This was still a little wet. So the lighter of the two colors, which unfortunately these two colors are pretty close, but the Grapefruit Grove is a little lighter, so I'm just going to ink it up lightly. Oh, dear. This is where the cling stamps really come in handy. Let me clean this off, because that was a little too dark than I wanted it to be. Okay, make sure we have a good adhesive on this. Alright, I'm going to go a little bit lighter this time on Grapefruit Grove. Then what you're going to do is you take your stamp and you literally roll around the edges of the hopefully not your block, more your actual stamp. And then we're going to stamp it down. And you could kind of see it. Let's try that again. Let's do another one. These ink pads are recently re-inked, so they're very juicy. Now something else we can try, which, let me grab another piece of paper here. We can ink it up with our lighter one. Let's try this. We'll stamp it off, so this will give us a lighter image. Then we're going to roll it around in the darker. Let's see what happens when we do this. Hello. Oh, TV. Well, that one you could kind of see. You could kind of see a little bit of a difference. I do want to try this one more time, though. Let me get another block, because my Stampin' scrub, well, I should say my, let me get a different block. My, yeah, what do you call it here? It's kind of a little too wet. So we're going to try this again. We'll do it on a different block this time. Just because I want to try it. Just because. Let's move that aside. Oh, well, hello. That's an indication. I play this game online. It's Word with Friends. Not like I don't spell enough during the day with my full-time job, right? But I get little notifications when somebody takes their turn, and it's my turn. Well, not really getting the look that I want. And try it one more time. Grapefruit Grove. Stamp off. Maybe try stamping off twice. Kind of, you know, this is like one of those times when you're stamping and you kind of stick your tongue out kind of thing. Now that is not a good one. Oh my goodness. Alright, so stamping off is not the right thing. Alright, one more time, people. One more time. One more time. Perhaps the orange was not the best choice. Boy, this is really wet. I don't have another rag to wipe it on. Alright, let's try. Let's go very light. Light kisses, light kisses. All right, let's try this. I'm determined to make this work. Well, not really the look I'm going for, but when we let it dry, it'll probably look better. That's what I'm saying. And I'm just cleaning it in between because I want to clean off the ink that's on there. Light kisses, rock and roll, stamp. Yeah, there we go. All right, we're going to just end that just because of that. Let's go ahead and stamp our leaves. And we're going to do 2 second generation stamping. It's another technique thrown in there, just in case you don't know. It's when you don't re-ink it the second time. And let's go ahead with our saying, live it with zest. And because this one looks so not so good, I'm going to put that right over the top. And these ink pads are very well. You know what? That one looks a little better than that one. So we're going to live that one with zest. And this Call Me Clover is very pigmented ink. All right, let's go. I don't know why, but I'm just doing 2 of them here. Just because it's such a simple technique. Didn't really get it to the look that I wanted, but you get the gist of it depending on your ink colors. So, and look at me. Look at this. I have this like everywhere. This Call Me Clover. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do then is we're going to, where is my green? All right. I'm going to put a little adhesive because that's still wet. I'm going to put my adhesive on my little. Can you tell it's Monday? Can anybody tell it's Monday? All right. Put that on there. There we go. I'm going to really move these out of the way. I'm going to bring in my technique book, our rock and roll technique. I hope you do give it a try. It really does work, and it really is cool. Just have to find the right color combos, that's all. And then when you do, you're good to go. So there we are. We're going to rock and roll and live it with zest for our you didn't see that. For our technique book. I think that looks pretty cool. But let me show you what it looks like on glossy. So here it is on glossy cardstock, and you get a really, really bright pigment with it on glossy cardstock. So you can do it on either or. You can do rock and roll right here on your basic Whisper White, and let me put them next to each other, then you could really see the difference. Look at the difference in the pigment of the ink you get from that glossy. Really sharp, really bright. So anyhow, I hope you give this a try. If you're interested in ordering any product from me, head on over to www.stampinsuecreates.stampinup.net, and thank you so much for joining me, and give the rock and roll a try and let me know how it works for you. Have a super Stampin' day. We'll talk to you back here again. Well, we'll talk to you again and see you back here real soon. Bye for now.